All right, so let's start this broadcast with some breaking infos that have just come in. It's a big political story that has rocked the world of cricket. Now, as WION had reported on Monday, the Pakistan Cricket Board has now written to the International Cricket Council, or the ICC, maintaining its stance of hosting the ICC Champions Trophy next year with or without India. And this comes after India informed the ICC on Sunday that they would not travel to Pakistan for the ICC event. This, of course, is the big developing story that we are tracking. This is a WION exclusive where Pakistan has now written a letter to the ICC saying that it will go ahead with the Champions Trophy with or without India. And this comes after India had informed the ICC on Sunday that they would not travel to Pakistan for the ICC event. So this of course is what has been reported at this moment, where the Pakistani Cricket Board has now written to the International Cricket Council, or the ICC, maintaining its stance of hosting the ICC Champions Trophy next year with or without India. And it now remains to be seen as to how this, of course, plays out. Because remember, this is an issue that's not just related to cricket. There's a lot of other issues such as politics that are involved in this, and now remains to be seen as to how the ICC, of course, responds to the Pakistan Cricket Board. Now, remember, India, of course, is the biggest market for all cricketing events, and without the participation of India, the kind of revenue that tournament would generate would simply be no match for a cricketing tournament where India, of course, takes part. Now, India has made its refusal very clear. It has said that it would not go to Pakistan to play in the ICC tournament. And my colleague Anas Malik, who's of course been tracking the story very closely for us, he's our Pakistan Bureau Chief. He's joining us with more updates from Islamabad. Over to you, Anas. Tell us what is happening at the moment.
Well, the ICC, the International Cricket Council, yesterday had forwarded that email from the BCCI notifying its refusal to come to Pakistan to play the Champions Trophy that is scheduled to be held next year. What we understood was on background discussions with PCB officials that PCB was to write a formal response in consultation with the government, and a short while back that response in writing has been sent. Now, the summary of the response is that with or without India, Pakistan will go ahead with the Champions Trophy entirely to be played in the country. That is number one. That is the summary of it. In its communication, the Pakistan Cricket Board has maintained vis-a-vis the government's stance that if India does not play Pakistan itself, does not play the Champions Trophy, then Pakistan can also consider not playing India elsewhere going forward. That is number one. Number two, PCB has also sought quote-unquote solid reasoning grounds for not coming to Pakistan from India through the ICC in its written communication. Number three, the PCB has also said that in case if any team prefers to not to come, as a past precedent, the match stands forfeited and the points are given to the opponent, so it can be applied in this case as well. The PCB has also cited a past precedent which says that in case if the team refuses to come for an entire tournament, then the next in line team can be considered. So a couple of suggestions there from the PCB to the ICC, including asking for reasons from Team India not to come to Pakistan, while also specifying that if it's the security, then the security has already been cleared. Remember, Pakistan recently has hosted England, New Zealand and Bangladesh cricket teams here in Islamabad and elsewhere, and for cricket teams that come to Pakistan, they get the designation of state guest. That includes getting them the security of a head of state. Saleh?
Indeed. Now, Anas, this is what has been reported. You're saying that Pakistan has now said that India should give some solid grounds and reasoning as to why India would not travel to Pakistan to play the cricket match. The question that I want to ask you is this. Last year in the Asia Cup, there was a hybrid model that was adopted where the two teams could, of course, play in a neutral venue, somewhere in the United Arab Emirates perhaps. Why would Pakistan not be open to something like this?
Well, when it came to last year's the Asia Cup Men's Cup, the hybrid format, the games were shifted from Pakistan and Sri Lanka, between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. That was an ACC or Asia Cricket Council event. The ICC does not have a past precedent, and Pakistan on its part said that the officials within PCB on background discussions say that Pakistan said yes to sending the cricket team last year to India for the ICC Men's World Cup, under the understanding that India would be coming to Pakistan for the Champions Trophy that is to be held next year. They've also cited the 2016 World Cup where Pakistan sent its cricket team despite the hostility in diplomatic relations. So Pakistan, the officials from the Pakistani cricket teams, Pakistan Cricket Board say that they have invested about $18 million for the upgradation of the stadiums. That is number one. Number two, as a host country, it is their entire right to host the entire tournament in the country itself. Right. Number three, they have signed that host charter and that members agreement as well. Two agreements that have been signed by the PCB. One that has been signed by India as a member country. Right. Therefore, there is no solid reasoning, and the option of hybrid model should not be considered because it has never been considered in the past in any ICC event. Saleh?
Indeed. Thank you very much, indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those updates. This is clearly a case of politics taking precedence over sports that's playing out. Thank you very much indeed for joining us with those updates then. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.